Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking all about color correcting. So I have gone high and wide to find all the different color correctors that I could, just because I have discoloration here and there on my face. So I'm going to share with you some of the products that I have for color correcting. I'm going to share with you what I like about it, what I don't, and what I look for in a color corrector, and I use it to color correct. So if you're interested in this video, I have some high-end, some drugstore products, some palettes, and whatnot. So if you're interested in this video, then keep on watching. If you guys are not yet subscribed to me, I'm going to link it over here if you would like to subscribe so you can keep up with all of my crazy videos. And yeah, let's get to the video. Alright, so let's get started. I guess in order to know how to correct properly, you need to understand the color wheel. So basically when you look at this wheel at any given color, you look directly across from it, and that's the color you want to use to correct or cancel out the other color. So like if you look at purple, it's across from yellow, and red and green, and so on and so forth. Now for me, what I look for in a corrector is that it's thin and silky because it's something that's going to be layered underneath a concealer, so you don't want that extra weight. That it's smooth and not really tacky or sticky because I want it to almost look like skin. And lastly, I want it to look almost translucent, and this one's kind of harder to explain, but as I go through this video, I'm going to show you what I mean. So this NYX correcting palette has most of the corrector shades out there, so we're just going to stir it up with yellow. This NYX palette is a really good inexpensive corrector palette. The colors are creamy, but they're relatively silky and thin, which is what you want. I don't usually use yellow, but if you're to look on the color wheel, which I put in that top corner, yellow would be a great to counteract bluish purplish tones. So if you have like bluish purplish colors like bruises or your under eyes have those kind of colors, yellow would be really great for that. But because I don't have any, I'm going to move on next door to green. Now this green one in the NYX palette is actually thicker than the rest of the palette. It's almost like a consistency of concealer, which you want to be careful of because green neutralizes redness, which the redness usually might stem from acne, rosacea, eczema, or things that could potentially have bumps or inflammation. So you really want to stick with something that's lighter and thinner. I'm seriously really impressed by this Sephora corrector. I really need to pick up all of them because this formulation totally blew me away. It has this rounded doe foot, which I really love. It makes application super easy, and it has more of a liquidy consistency, so it dries so lightweight and almost translucent. Now I'm just going to kind of show you how I put it on my face. And as you can see, I have inflamed eczema on my eye, which it's been a really stressful week. Oh, I'm so close. And I get redness also around my nose. So I'm just going to place some spots of the corrector, and then with my finger, I'm going to lightly dab the product on my face until it's lightly blended out. Now don't worry, at the end of this video, I'm going to cover my whole face with foundation concealer so you can kind of see what it all looks like at the end. Woohoo! Go green! So next we're going to move on to purples. Now on the color wheel, the purple counteracts the yellow. So I tend to use purple when my skin is looking a bit dull, if it's more on the yellow side, if you're sick, if you need brightening. I personally stick more with purple powders, which NYX has a great one by the way. But here I have the NYX purple one, which is a nice thin formula that's relatively lightweight. I also had this Becca purple corrector. Ugh! Now I really wanted to love this product, but I just didn't. It has a thick consistency similar to a full coverage concealer, and it just didn't work for me. It's tacky and sticky, and it felt kind of heavy, and it almost has like a white cast on it, which I really didn't like. Anyway, when I use purple, it's when I sometimes feel sick, so I need to kind of cover up my yellow cast on my skin. So I usually place this on my inner cheek area to kind of brighten my whole complexion up. Oh, and here's what I mean about it being translucent. If you look at the NYX purple one and the Sephora green one, it almost looks like you could see my skin underneath, and the others you can kind of see like a white cast, and I'll show you more with some of the other ones. Now these last three colors here all serve a similar purpose for me, so it's all in the pink, salmon, orangish family. So the way I like to look at it is that family is kind of like reddish, orange, yellowish, and that's good for counteracting bluish, purplish, greenish colors, or like brownish. So the pinkish peachish color is better for lighter complexions, and if you're going to use the orangish colors, it's good for medium to darker complexions, and the darker shade is really great for deep complexions. Here are some pinky peach ones. This NYX one is great as well as the Bobbi Brown one. They're both a bit more on the thicker consistency, but what I like is that you're really able to blend both of them out, which is really, really nice. And then the next product is Amazeballs. This is the new YSL Peach Neutralizer, which is a bit more orange than the other two, but it's still in that salmon family. But this consistency is bomb. It's thin, translucent, dries down, and it's exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to a corrector. Ooh, so good. So now I also have this Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, and it's in the orange family. And it actually also has a pink one, but I only have the orange one. And this has a beautiful, thin, liquidy consistency as well. It's just a lovely formula. Now, have you guys seen my under eyes? They need correcting like so badly. So I first tried a pink salmon concealer and didn't really work very well for my under eyes. And I realized it's because my under eye circles were a bit more brown and I needed more of that orange to kind of tone it down. So I used a Giorgio Armani, which corrects really nicely. But as you can see, it's still slightly too orange and a little bit too dark for my complexion. So that's why I was so happy to find the YSL. You'll see it compared to it. When I used the YSL, it had the perfect blend of salmon, a little bit pink, but a little bit orange to correct my under eye issues. Ooh, so happy with it. I also use the orange pink salmon family to kind of correct the brownness around the corner of my lips as well. By the way, I'm obsessed with this lip color. It's a Jouer liquid lipstick, and they're coming out in March. So nice. Anyway, here I am. I'm just going to swatch the other two colors for you guys. So back to the translucent kind of thing that I was talking about. As you can see, the YSL Giorgio Armani and the Sephora brand correctors almost kind of dried down to a translucent color. And if you were to rub it, like it wouldn't feel like there was anything on my skin. Whereas some of the other products are a bit more white casted and tacky, and they'll definitely come off when you rub them. So that's just something that I put into consideration when I'm buying a corrector. Now I'm going to take my favorite Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation with this brush, which is also by Makeup Forever, which is amazing. And I'm going to also take my concealer and I'm going to cover up my whole entire face. And you'll just see how much easier it is to blend the product evenly because my face's colors are already corrected. And that's pretty much it. I hope that this was a helpful video for you all. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions, comments, or if you have recommendations for correctors. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos, and thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone!